This week, the sky is serving you sentimental sweetness, family feels, and a soft, supportive fire that is coming to ignite a new chapter for you that is extremely emotionally fulfilling and is probably the result of something you've been working on for a long time. So let's get into it. Welcome to Cosmic RX Radio, a podcast that gives you real-life tools of spiritual empowerment and pure hype. I'm your host and intuitive guide, MADI Murphy. I'll be serving up your weekly energy readings, cosmic boss interviews, and astro inspiration. Are you ready to love yourself more, manifest your dream life, and own your magic? Let's jump in. How the hell are we, my baddies? It is your girl, MADI Murphy, your high vibe hype woman, your cosmic consultant, your messy but mystical guide on this wild ride of being a human. And welcome to your Monday Moon Day energy report. This is where we come to make sure that we are living in alignment with our divine assignment, where we're feeling lit up, we're feeling alive, we are feeling like we are in our legendary main character energy, because if not you, then who? Who's going to live in that main character energy? And this week, it might be a little bit like we are in our moon character energy. Okay, honey? Because we have a gorgeous Cancer new moon, which is a new moon in the sign of the moon. We have Jupiter is in Cancer. We have the day of miracles where the sun and Jupiter kiss. I cannot wait to get into it. If you have a lot of Cancer in your chart or you've been wanting to work with the Cancer more, you're going to want to get pen and pencil out for this, and maybe even a little kazoo, okay? Some confetti, because we're going to be taking notes and we're also going to be celebrating. So, like I said, we have so much packed, beautiful astrology this week. And before we buckle up Buttercup and get into all of that, because we're definitely getting some cosmic fireworks and plot twists into our personal power, before we get into all that and decode all that astro action, I want to just check in and see how our hearts are doing, right? Like, we knew that 2025 was going to be intense. I had talked about it in my astrology for 2025 webinar. And I was like, this is going to be a year as paradigm shifting, as intense on an all consuming level, as completely a line of demarcation of like before this year, after this year. The same goes for next year, as intense as 2020. A little different, right? But same. And I had said, I'm like, not in a COVID sense, but in a world waking up sense, a big thing shifting. And we know as we get closer into Uranus going to Gemini on July 7th, it's like there is a like a pressure dial that just refuses to back down. Every day we're like, okay, I think we're at our peak. Then it's like, nope, nope, nope. So I just want to see, how are you doing? How are you feeling? You are here in this moment in time to make some sort of magic, make some kind of medicine out of this mess, to alchemize this chaos in some way. And if you've been feeling overwhelmed, or the system has just been like, you're feeling almost like helpless, we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to give up. We don't want to feel helpless. We don't want to feel hopeless. We want to just take a deep breath and remember that, like, I was born for this time. Anything in me that might feel like maybe isn't showing up the way I want to, it's just because I've never done this before. Maybe like no one in the course of history has done this, like a moment like this with access to this much information while still having to upkeep your everyday life, right? Like, the bills still have to get paid. We still have to water the plants. We have to water ourselves. We have to feed our pets and our children and, make our beds and all of that kind of stuff. In addition to why a lot of you are here is you're trying to leave your comfort zone into your cosmic zone and grow and expand and heal in ways that are revolutionary. So I just want to invite us to take a deep breath together, and let all this energy, give it space to expand, give it space to bring oxygen into the places where we feel like we're broken, and to remind ourselves, we're not broken, we're showing up the best we can, and we're blooming. One of my mentees, who actually gets a shout out in my book, Vanessa, she's so talented. Oh my God. I'm obsessed with her, first of all, Vanessa Holloman. And, she talks about when we were in our work together, she's like, it made me realize that I felt like I was broken, but I actually was all these like beautiful fragments of myself. I just had to find the glue to bring it back together and remind myself that I'm a disco ball. So shout out to her. She's being holistic, but with a W. So being holistic on Instagram. If you want to go find her, she's an amazing mental health practitioner who also brings witchy things into her practice. And we love that. So anyway, I'm just letting you know, especially it's Cancer season. If you've been feeling a little tender or a little all over the place or just completely emotionally overwhelmed, overwrought in the cosmic spin cycle, same. I'm right there with you. And in honor of Cancer season, I just want to give you a hug and remind you, whether you look at me as just a random podcaster or some of you call me Mama MADI, I always really feel like my biggest role in life is like the big sister. I have four, I have three sisters, four girls in my family. And I'm like a little too chaotic to totally own the mom role. But I am your big sister who's like, I'll try and offer you some advice, but I'm mostly just there to be like, holy shit, we're in this together and we're going to get through and we're going to even laugh a little bit about it. So yeah, I just, as always, like to remind you, you're doing great. You're right on time. You're showing up. And sometimes the growth, the healing, the manifesting can be slow, messy, uncomfortable, but that's good. That just means that you are in your full aliveness. You're in your full like presence to being a human. And, healing is hot, softness is strength, and choosing to keep showing up is the sexiest, most radical act of magic. Thank you very much. So if no one's told you lately, I'm proud of you. The universe is proud of you. And you look really hot today. Okay. Your inner child is doing a happy dance just to watch you keep going and glowing. So just had to say that. Cancer season announcements. Now shifting into Virgo announcements. So my Virgo just wants to tend to my high vibe housekeeping notes. If you haven't already and you seem interested in it, I would love if you pre-ordered my book In the Cosmic Zone. It's the ultimate guide to unlocking your power, magic, and personal flow with astrological archetypes. It's full of the rituals, cosmic coaching, tips, practices, all my best kept secrets from my private mentoring practice that can really help you align your life with your chart, with the universe. And it's available wherever books are sold. And it's in the link in my bio. And if you buy in advance and you go to our main link, which I'll put in the show notes, you can enter your order number and get these amazing charged affirmation wallpapers for your phone that correlate with each key in the book and each zodiac sign. And you also get some free coaching, cosmic coaching audio to support you, to supplement you if you're here for some reason, you like to listen to me yap. So we can do that together. And also the last Virgo announcement, if you're loving this pod, leave a rating and review. We so appreciate it. It so helps us. It helps other revolutionary baddies. It helps the bad bitches with the good hearts find this podcast. And every review really means the world to me. It's such a vulnerable experience to shout into the void like this every week and just talk. And we have this amazing community and we do live interactive events, but it's always fun to read a review and be like, wow, that's so cool. And it makes me really intrigued to know more about you. And that's why I wanted to do this burning question contest or whatever you want to call it, being entered to win. I'm so bad with these kind of words. But if you leave a rating review and put your Instagram handle in or just listen for your review, slide in my DMs every week. I'm picking a winner who someone can just send me their birth chart, their birth info, and a burning question. And I'll give you a free complimentary voice note reading that just can offer some cosmic clarity into something that might be feeling kind of sticky in your mind. And, it's really fun because not only do I really appreciate the rating and review, but it's kind of given me this perfect vehicle that I've wanted for a while. Like the bandwidth sometimes is hard. Like I wish I could answer every GM. I wish I could, but sometimes your girl, she gets really overwhelmed by communications. But this has been a really big treat to kind of have one person a week to go a little bit deeper with them, to really kind of figure out like what's going on, what's present in your life. And I wanted to shout out to this week's winner. Oh, we screenshot these and then just like randomly like put it in an album and pick one. So it's actually from someone I do know in our community, Fawning Over Flora, life giving. Listening to Moon Mama MADI each week gets me fired up and ready for the week. The theme music plays and my energy is lifted. Hell yeah. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts, but this is literally always in my queue. It grounds me into the week and helps me plan. I love her advice and tools, and I just feel like I have a better life knowing what's going on in the stars and listening to her voice. This podcast is like chatting with a friend. I've literally found myself talking back sometimes. I love that. But for real, I feel like this podcast and Cosmic RX has helped me so much with growing as a person and learning astrology. I seriously love it and feel lost without it, but also capable of figuring out what's going on in the sky. The wit and humor while also letting you know what's up, and genuine caring is what makes it shine. Oh, genuine caring. Great Cancer season theme. And that is from at Savage Souls Botanics. Go follow her if you don't. Her name is Jen. She's an amazing astro herbalist. And so Jen, hit me up, baby. You got your burning question. Mama's going to answer it. Big sister Maddie is going to come and clack in your DMs. Okay, so now let's shift gear. Let's talk about our lunar weather. Who wants to talk about the moon? Me. What do we got to know? What do we got to know? What's our assignment? How are we supposed to feel? What are we supposed to heal each day? What is the self-care that is being celestially prescribed? As a reminder, the moon in the sky helps us understand our inner landscape better, which helps us navigate the outer world with a lot much more regulation, feeling resourced and feeling grounded. So Monday, June 23rd, the day this podcast comes out, to June 24th. On Tuesday, we have a Gemini moon. We're feeling curious. We're feeling chatty. We are being multi-passionate, multitasking energy to the max. And I just know that so many of you, especially coming off of Gemini season, were so lit up by that. So maybe there's something that's returning from Gemini season where you want to do some brainstorming, writing, getting something out of your head onto paper. It's a great time to spend learning, connecting with others. I would love for you to journal your emotions, make some TikToks, call your bestie, sign up for a class, externalize. Cancer season can bring up a lot of emotions. It can be hard to kind of articulate what's happening in those deep waters. Gemini moon days, we're going to avoid gossiping. We're going to avoid just speaking not in perfect integrity. And we're also going to avoid the overcommitting. We want to be really high in integrity with our calendars, with our yeses. Sometimes with the Cancer Sun, Gemini moon, we can feel guilty and we try and say yes to everything. And then we end up getting burnt out and maybe letting people down inadvertently. So let's just avoid that. Wednesday, June 25th into Friday morning, June 27th, we're getting into this Cancer new moon energy. And we're deep in our feels, baby, for these days. The moon wants us to. The moon is like a mom calling home, hello, come home. Dinner's ready. Where are you? I want to nurture you. I want you to get some rest. I want to protect you. I want you to ground down. So in addition to what I'm going to share for the new moon, this is also going to be a time where we can do, water rituals, meal prep, some comfort food for ourselves, do some emotional check-ins, spend time at home, bringing, clarity, sweetness to our physical home environment. And then we're going to avoid emotional manipulation. We're going to avoid that kind of mother smother energy where we get too involved in trying to control someone else. And we're going to just avoid getting to that place where we're reopening old wounds without real purpose behind it. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Sometimes that can happen. So shifting into then Friday and Saturday, we have a Leo moon, end of the week into the weekend, the drama, the flair, the fun, the fire. Hello, Leo moon wants us to be bold, wants us to express ourselves, and wants us to enjoy our one true life and do it on purpose, with passion. So I would love for you to, book that karaoke session, do something creative, dress creatively, go thrifting, buy something that feels out of your comfort zone, but an alter ego of yours. Romance yourself, romance your life, romance your bestie. Hype yourself up in the mirror, dance like no one's watching, babe. We're going to avoid on those days power plays, ego battles, just burn out from doing the most, and making everything about ourselves. And then so Sunday, June 29th, we have a Virgo moon to just kind of ground down. A Virgo moon Sunday is really fun, especially after a Leo moon, first half of the weekend. And let's ground now, let's integrate. Let's reflect, refine, but really let's reset for the week ahead. This is those reset videos you see on TikTok. It's the Sunday reset to set yourself up for success for the week. So, let's clear out the clutter. Let's do some laundry. Let's meal prep. Let's do a big brain dump of everything you have to do for the week. Do something wholesome for yourself. Do something where you feel I'm showing up for the week, feeling clear, feeling nourished, feeling empowered. We're going to avoid analysis paralysis. I'm trying to do too many things at once and then doing nothing. So we're just going to choose progress over perfection. We're going to be avoiding like being overly critical of others, especially the Sunday scaries. Plus, the inner self-critic can make the mind go in crazy, crazy, crazy. So we're going to look for some, how can we get some dopamine that day? That's in it. This is authentic dopamine. We're just talking with Cassidy, who is the baddie genius, tourist genius behind our newsletter. And we were talking about like cheap dopamine hits versus the good ones that will really last and really do something amazing for you. So anyways, that's your moon report. A little lengthy. She's feeling yappy today. But let's shift gears into the planetary planning. What are the planets up to right now? Let's get into the big astro moments lighting up the week. So June 24th, we have the Sun, Jupiter, Cazimi. We're kicking off the week with what astrologers call the Day of Miracles. I believe the first time I heard this expression was years ago with the Astro twins. And of course, my ears perking up and I'm like, what's that? Day of Miracles. And this is a once a year chef's kiss moment where the sun, your essence, your identity, your physical body, your outward self, and the sun in the sky, the giver of all life, the illuminator, huge luminous life force of our daytime self, kisses in this beautiful cosmic kisses Jupiter, right? Sky Daddy, the planet of luck, expansion, blessings. And this year, it's happened once a year, and it's meeting up in this sweet, emotional, tender, soul nourishing sign of Cancer. So this is like, the mood board is miracles. We're expecting miracles this day, magic, openness, synchronicities, especially around home, healing, family, security, safety, money. I hope this brings something beautiful on the collective level around all these themes. But on the personal level, I would love for you to do something this day that's a ritual or a way of honoring something that's really heart-centered to you. Send a gratitude text to someone you love. Do a house clearing, house blessing ritual. Like make space for that ritual, make space for that miracle, make space for that blessing. And also, I think one of the greatest ways to work with like manifestation energy is also showing gratitude and being a good steward for what you already have, right? So showing some love to people you already have, to your home, saying thank you, to your money, paying your bills and saying thank you. I'm so excited I get to pay these bills and put this money back into the flow of our economy. Something around that, right? The blessing, the appreciation, the sweetness. And I would love, as we go into the Cancer new moon, it's like such a cool 2 days here, the 24th and 25th. Like just go into the new moon feeling really clear, feeling really like, wow, I've already manifested so much. I'm already a cosmic baddie. The universe has already been such a generous presence in my life. Mama Moon has already taken such good care of me. And going into that, and like feeling that emotional like frequency of all of those vibrations as your biggest manifestation hack. Okay. So the 2 days pair together really well. And then this new moon is all about creating new beginnings in your emotional world. So I want you to set intentions around home, family, boundaries, healing, and feeling safe. Self-care rituals, baths, sound baths, salt baths, forest baths, ocean baths, anything with water, especially salt water, having a good sweat and crying in the shower. Yes, that counts. These are things that I feel like energetically, if you want to get into that space for the Cancer new moon, would feel really aligned, right? And I love a bath because it's like, especially a salt bath, it's so many things. It releases and clears our psychic energy field. It like clears all the goo or all of the lint trap from the outside world. It also brings us back to our childhood because like now, with my toddler, he loves tubby time. Like there's something so, it just brings us back, and it brings us even way back before that. I would even dare to say to the womb space where we felt held, where we felt weightless, right? Where we felt really like cocooned in our mama's womb. So salt bath for sure, or some kind of water ritual. Then just in the astrology of the moment, we're going to have Jupiter is going to be squaring Saturn and Neptune. So just like as a quick reminder, Again, don't overcommit. Don't fall for like things that are too good to be true. And remember that, and you kind of change your building and you're calling in under this new moon in Cancer. You don't have to do it in one day. Okay. And, I would love for you to, under this Cancer new moon, you light a white candle, write down 3 desires from the heart, visualize them coming true, held in this like golden light sphere, but really like charging your house with this energy. So, I just had an amazing last month on the day that Jupiter moved into Cancer, coincidentally, an amazing visit from a woman in our community, Catherine Branker Burrell, and she has Fresca 5 Studio. It's linked on my personal Instagram. I have a reel up about it. And she is such a good inspiration for all of us of how to make your home really intentional. And there's a lot of people who I'm sure you can find inspiration from, but she's just someone I trust and admire dearly. And she gave me so many great tips about like, okay, if you're going to have a bookshelf in your house, the higher the bookshelf things, the higher the aspirational aspect of them should be, right? And she's like, there should be nothing in your house that clings you to like old stories of yourself and past versions of yourself you've outgrown. And she had so many tips. But I would kind of love under the Cancer new moon, like, can you charge some spells into your living spaces? Put an affirmation on a window or a mirror. I actually just got like these decals made with affirmations on them so I could put it on my mirror because I had it written in lipstick, but it kept rubbing off. Can you maybe put some kind of spell on a post-it behind a piece of art in your house? Yeah, really feeling into this new chapter of like emotional safety. And Jupiter wants to expand things for you. And if there's one thing I've learned after doing manifestation work for like 10 years with people over 10 years, it's like we have to feel emotionally ready and regulated, and like our nervous systems can handle that expansive energy. And also, our mindset and our subconscious energy. If it's not in alignment, we will spiral, we will short circuit, we will self sabotage. And I feel like preparing our bodies, but our homes to like receive more and be in that space of more and having everything in our living spaces reflect that and charge that up is a great tool in the toolkit. So if you do it, let me know or take pictures and tag me at the Cosmic RX and any of your intentional living spaces or altars or the things that you're doing in your home to just charge it up with this cosmic energy. And then June 26th, and this will be here through, I believe, September 2nd because of retrogrades, we have Mercury entering Leo. So it's lights, camera, charismatic communications front and center, okay? Mercury in Leo is expressive, it's bold, it's dramatic. It's our words have power, so let's use them, right? To uplift, inspire, speak from the heart, stand up, speak out. Leo is ruled by the heart and the spine. So Leo energy is always about like standing tall in our truth and leading from that heart space. This is a great time to, yes, speak up for something you believe in, pitch your passion project, say that 10 times fast. Like again, act or create from the heart, make or share your art with the world, and just tap into some other like next level cosmic confidence without it tipping into arrogance, of course. And then just a little planetary PSA. Mercury will retrograde here from July 18th to August 11th. So I would like kind of get ahead any conversations or launches before then. Of course, my book is coming out during Mercury retrograde because everything we've ever done at Cosmic RX, like every like big launch we do for a new program or a class or an event, like we always do it for the first time during Mercury retrograde. But if you want to, I'm going to say it's a redo because we've done so many things before. But like, again, if you have something, if you don't have Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, or you want to just launch something and have it be like a smooth sailing, I would get it done before then, before July 18th. And then just a heads up, on June 29th, Mercury is opposing Pluto. And this is like secrets. This is power plays. This is emotional triggers. This is a very spicy little celestial moment. It's giving like, what did you really mean by that? What are you trying to say? And things coming up from the subconscious, or just our wounds being triggered, or like conversations revealing things. Okay. So I would say the best bet is just to take deep breaths, slow down. Remember, there's no urgency to respond to anyone. Don't take the bait if someone is like trying to engage in some kind of unhealthy power dynamic with you. Just ask direct questions, be clear and open in your communication, stay grounded, and just like avoid jumping to conclusions. So yeah, a beautiful week ahead. And I think that if you're looking to go deeper with this Cancer new moon, come join us in our Cosmic RX Plus community. With Jupiter in Cancer, this is the time to not only be in community of like-minded people, but there's been no better time to start like your lunar living, manifesting with the moon, really just bringing that moon-based living into all that you do. So if you want to join us, we're going to be having a live new moon in Cancer call led by me. I'm going to be sharing a few more rituals to do at home. I'm going to share manifestation prompts. And the best part is that we're going to connect with each other, right? We're going to be witnessed by that soul family circle. We're going to feel inspired by other people, and we're going to speak, right? And then speak those manifestations out loud and be witnessed in that. And there is something about people who see us, who believe in us, who hold us and our vision. There is something that is so magical and activating about that, and also that feels really good. So if you're ready to go deeper with that, come join us. We have a fantastic, so many other perks on the platform, but just like couldn't end this episode without saying, yeah, if you've been feeling called to work with the moon, like this is the time, this is the year, this is like the week to really do it. So as always, just remembering you are a whole ass cosmic revolution. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to be powerful and wild. And your wildness and your power really comes from showing up as you are, exactly where you are, choosing to leave the comfort zone, the things where you are playing small, where you have a perceived sense of safety, but you know that there's something more. You're here to leap from that, from the heart, and to really grow and expand and to do beautiful things. And you deserve to have a life that feels vibrant and juicy and is filled with energy and enthusiasm and everything you're doing, right? You are the spell, you are the ritual, you are the cosmic medicine that someone else needs. So this week, lean all the way into it. Lean into your softness as strength. Lean into your softness without sacrificing your sparkle. And just remember, it's not selfish to take time for you. It's not selfish to rest. It's so sacred and it's needed now more than ever, okay? So if this episode hit home, send it to a soul sister, to a fellow mystic moonbeam or cosmic baddie. Leave a review so I can slide in your DMs with that burning question. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. And as always, I am sending you big ass blessings for big, fat, juicy checks and hot, fulfilling, toe curling sex. I'll see you next time. See you in the stars. Peace out. Love you all. Do you love getting your Cosmic RX for the week here and want more? Make sure to sign up for our premium subscription so you can get exclusive access to bonus podcast episodes, all of my astrology info for the month ahead, and live new and full moon calls to help you manifest your dream life with an intentional, international community of other cosmic baddies. Sign up through our link in show notes.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you want to know more about Cosmic RX, head on over to thecosmicrx.com. And if you really love this show, I'd love it if you left a rating and review on Apple Podcast or wherever you listen to podcasts. I super love hearing from you and reading your reviews. All right, you cosmic baddie, tune in next week. And until then, remember, love yourself fully, work your magic, and take no shit.